The House Ad Hoc Committee on the proposed Bangsamoro Basic Law has decided to reset the voting on the measure tomorrow morning as some lawmakers continue proposing amendments to the measure. Panel Chairman and Cagayan de Oro Representative Rufus Rodriguez said voting on the BBL under House Bill 4994 at 9:30 in the morning. The committee, which was scheduled to start voting on the proposed BBL today, gave way to a series of amendments before the start of voting on the measure. Rodriguez reminded the members of the panel that once they start voting every provision using roll call voting, there is no need for explanation of votes. More details from Freddie Abando.
The House Ad Hoc Committee on the Bangsamoro, chaired by Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, decided to open its deliberations to review and recommend amendments to the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law before the vote scheduled for tomorrow or Wednesday.
We're very happy that the membership of the Ad Hoc Committee decided that this will not be a closed-door executive session, but we are going to open it to the public and the media. And that's why all of you have been able to cover even the face of the proposals for amendments. Now, while we were already planning to vote, there were those who requested, more than 10 congressmen have requested earlier last week and even up to today that they have pahabol. In other words, additional, for some, their first proposals, the others additional for amendments.
In today's deliberations, several members of the committee discussed the proposed amendments to 60 of the 221 sections of the draft BBL. The remainder will not be touched. Davao del Norte Congressman Anthony Del Rosario and a block of 20 members of the House proposed a list of 20 revisions of the draft law, giving special attention to concerns of constitutionality to provisions involving offices for the Bangsamoro government that may impinge on the powers of constitutional offices. This involves the Civil Service Commission, Commission on Elections, Commission on Audit, Human Rights, and the mandate of the Ombudsman to impose disciplinary powers over government officials and employees. The following is an excerpt from Del Rosario's proposal for one of the constitutional bodies.
Article 4, Section 3, Electoral System.
Electoral system.
Our version will read as follows, Mr. Chairman. The Bangsamoro government, consistent with the powers and functions of the Commission on Elections under the Constitution, shall adopt an electoral system suitable to a ministerial form of government, which shall allow democratic participation, encourage formation of genuinely principled political parties, and ensure accountability. Period. Civil service, Mr. Chair, that's number 8.
Yeah, it will be in blue.
Yeah, our amendment, Mr. Chair, in the second paragraph, there is hereby created a civil service office for the
wait
Bangsamoro.
first, let us go to the screen. Civil service. Yes, there you go. Paragraph 8, proceed.
Our proposal, Mr. Chair, there is hereby created a civil service office for the Bangsamoro. And then, last sentence of that same paragraph, we will add the sentence, the civil service office for the Bangsamoro will be monitored, regulated, and supervised by the Civil Service Commission.
Del Rosario's block provided the key in resolving provisions with constitutional questions. However, Rodriguez said it may need some refinements to pass any constitutional challenge.
I'm still for deletion.
Of the Bangsamoro.
Yeah, with the division of the Commission Audit, Bangsamoro Electoral Body, the Bangsamoro Civil Service, the Bangsamoro Authority, of Primary Disciplining Authority over public official, because that should be the Ombudsman, fifth on the human rights, and then the police, the military, and then the opt-in provisions. Yes.
Del Rosario also proposed to refine Article 16, Section 1 of the draft law to define the asymmetric relation between the national and Bangsamoro governments. House Defense Committee Chairman Congressman Rodolfo Biazon focused his attention on Article 11, Sections 15, 16, and 17, provisions on defense and security, and coordination issues related to the deployment of the AFP in the Bangsamoro.
Section 17 must also be deleted, because this actually is my major concern. in this Bangsamoro Basic Law. I cannot allow the fragmentation of the authority of the national government or the commander-in-chief on issues of national defense and security.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.